Hello there everyone and welcome back to Empire Total War. Last time around we had a battle with the Russians close to this fur trapper, and the Russian army, or what's left of it, has retreated over here, while my army has marched to this fort protecting us from the Russians. Now unfortunately the Prussians were quite quickly able to overpower this fort and have since marched on. And even though we want to bleed the Prussians as much as possible, but currently I do not have a lot of generals and I think they're pretty expensive, so I want to save at least the general. So we'll see what we'll do. Maybe I'll even remove the militia in time as well. I want to go ahead and see. Use my spy here to try and infiltrate the Prussians, which was successful, and we can see what kind of units they have. And we've already bled them a little bit, so they haven't been able to replenish their troops, which is good. And you can see quite a few units have been bled out a bit. And I imagine something similar has been done with this unit over here. As we can see, the battle flag is torn up. But they're still probably going to be able to take St. Petersburg, which is going to be another problem. And if this was not problem enough, I mean, we have another Russian army on the way. Hopefully they'll just, I don't know, protect their own. I'm not entirely sure. They could march in, but yeah, we'll have to see about that. But that's another problem. And to add more to these problems is that, as I predicted, the Danish have declared war on me, and they've sent that militia army that they had in Norway down, and they've burnt Gothenburg and Karlstad. So that's not going very well. The only thing right now that I'm hoping for is that we'll win this naval battle, because we don't want the Prussians to be able to reinforce the units or draw them out. I don't think the AI is clever enough to pull them out if they see that the situation is lost. But at least that will be able to stop reinforcements coming in. Now they do have part of the navy right here with a frigate and a brig, and then they have 2 frigates and the sloop over here. So technically they actually have a bigger navy than us, but what we have is we have the ability to defeat them in detail by attacking half of the fleet first and then taking out the other part later on. So that is what we're going to do. Hopefully we'll be able to take some of these ships. I'm not entirely sure if I would. I mean, it's too early to speculate whether I would sell the enemy ships as we'll sell them, or if I would capture them and try to build on my fleet. But anyways, we'll go ahead and attack the enemy right here. I know you guys don't like naval battle that much. We'll see how much of this battle we will cover. But we'll cover the main part of it, and yeah, hopefully we will stand victorious. So let's make sure that we can rule the seas, shall we? And the battle is in full swing, as we can see. So far we've yet to damage anyone too much, as we can see right here. Oh, I'm actually overturning a bit. We need to get these guys to turn back a bit, and maybe these guys to turn out a little bit. But the battle is going on right now, and as we can see, there's no major damage being done to either side as of yet. There has been a bit of fire, as we can see, in back and forth here, but we haven't as of yet been able to secure some major hits. Oh, that was actually quite a good view. I mean, it's very cinematic, it's spectacular to watch a battle from this view, and it will certainly make quite a nice screenshot, but it's not that easy to command this way. So I think we're gonna go ahead and enable back the controls, so I can actually control the battle. See if you can slowly turn that way, and if the Admiral ship can turn back. He sort of was a bit too fast there for his own good. We kind of have this guy cornered though. And I could possibly get my Admiral to try and come in and block him. So we can block him in and then destroy him that way. Kind of get him in, yeah, in between here. I need you, however, to try and stop him. Continue follow him through this. Ooh, we're really laying into this guy. Normally I don't succeed this well in naval battles. Well, I haven't succeeded yet, so maybe I'm taking out victory a bit too early. But we're definitely laying in some good shots into this guy. We'll hold the ship right here. And then I want you to turn up like that. And you continue with the Admiral down here. Now the Admiral is actually firing into the friendly ship, so it may be better actually if we turn these two away to start dealing with these guys. And soon he will be, this one, the brig, will be able to lay in fire on the flank of this guy, while this one is laying fire straight forward, straight into the ship. So very nicely done here, very nicely maneuvered by our ships. And wait, are they trying to board? Oh, you can see the enemy right there. Go on then! Pull out the guns and blow them to bits. Boom! Watch out for the return fire. I think it's time we hoisted the sails, because they look like they're about to escape our trap. I'm not entirely sure what the best way to navigate the wind to try and come down and attack these two. But we got this guy. This guy is definitely going down. We've gotten cornered on both sides here. Contemplating possibly doing a boarding action to just end this fight a bit earlier. But I'm not sure. We're going straight into the wind here. As in going against it. 79 men on my ship versus 64 on the enemy one. Try to turn in and get him. I'll give the Admiral and the sloop orders to attack. You know what? The sloop is actually quite damaged. Maybe I should tell the sloop to turn away. Our ship here is also pretty damaged at this point. But so is the Prussian one. Keep following them. It would be nice if you could get another fire into the Prussian ship to aid our ship. Come on, lay into him. That was not a lot of guns firing. Why don't you turn around and attack the sloop then? It's a close fought fight here. Prussians are trying to turn away. They've got 59 men left. Well, we have 75, so that could be a possibility of a boarding action here. Once more, we're back to the battle, and we have actually at this point lost the ship. Well, it hasn't been sunk as of yet. It is actually retreating. Oh, the Prussians just lost a ship. Well, that's good. These ships are about to go straight into each other. Let's see what's going on here. The Prussian ship is sinking. I can't really see. Oh, they're about to go straight into each other here. Oh, we lost a lot of good men there. Right, let's enable back the user interface. It's very, I mean, it's pretty cool. Just sort of like a movie when you go in close like that. Shit, this one's actually about to give up as well. Oh, he's back, he's back. But he's not faring too well, so I'm pretty sure I'd just tell this guy to retreat off the map at this point. And then we'll have the... we still have our big admiral ship. So I think we'll send this one off. This one still has quite a bit of guns. And I'm pretty sure he's still able to fight. This one also kind of damaged. But I still have my admiral ship. And I'm pretty sure that I will be able to succeed if I'm just able to turn quick enough to actually get the broadside off on this guy. God damn it. Shouldn't have turned like that. We're gonna turn like this. Come on, get that fire into him. Oh, he's gonna be able to pass and he's gonna be able to lay shots into me. Without me being able to lay shots into him. And then I wasted a lot of good time trying to get him. Anyways, I think we'll cut here once more and jump into the end of the naval battle. I don't want to show too much of this because I know you guys want land battles. And there I have it, a decisive victory, although as you can see I only have 2 of my ships left on the scene. 2 of them I have to send away. Luckily for me, however, none of my ships was sunk, and yes, that's good, so let's continue on. And as always, as you can see, clearly I was not able to show the entire naval battle because it dragged on for 45 minutes, so that's way too much. So I'll cut that down to a sizable proportion, and let's see if we cannot get a land battle in this video as well. Without further ado, let's go back to the campaign map, shall we? Right, and so here we have the statistics. We can see that we sunk 1 enemy ship. Well, we killed 1 enemy ship, but 2 of them were lost. Ah, okay, yeah, I get it. We killed 1 of them. We captured the other one. Wait, captured? Does that mean that they've lost it, or did they capture 1 of my ships? How does this work? All my ships are accounted for, so I don't know. We're actually gonna take this one. This frigate, because, well, my current port, where I recruit ships, is currently broken, or it's been torched by the Prussian Navy. So we're going to take this one rather than take the prize money. So we're going to add that one to my fleet, and then we're going to see about repairing the fleet somewhere. Now, we do have a Navy base on Gothland, so there is where I'm going to go ahead and repair. Total repair would cost me 1,300. I only have 500, so we're gonna spend most of it on the flagship, which is 300, and then this one, the brig, did actually really well. Can't pay for him, and looks like I can only actually pay for the sloop. Right, so there we have that. I'm gonna go ahead and end turn now, and we'll see what the Prussian does, and then we'll prepare for the our counterattack, really. So, yeah, let's go ahead and end turn, shall we? And we are back after that end turn. The Prussians don't actually send all their troops to hold St. Petersburg. Instead, they send quite a few back to Livonia. The Russians go ahead and raid this. This army actually digs in and moves no further. The peasant army or the militia army that the Danish are sending in are creeping ever closer to Stockholm, and the Danish are actually launching what looks to be their main army, which also seems to be completely made up of militia, by navy. So we're probably looking at another naval battle. I don't think I have... I mean, this army currently holding in Stockholm can... I'm pretty sure they can beat this one that's moving up. But if this one was to land close by, we couldn't hold out against all those men. So we have to sink this navy. And I don't think they're going there, though. I'm pretty sure they're actually going to attack, like, Finland. Because usually AI does silly things like that. But that is not a concern for this video. This video is going to be our assault and retake of St. Petersburg. So off we go. The Prussians compared with the Swedish, only the only difference is that a normal Swedish infantry has 8 in melee attack, while the Prussians have 9, and then the melee defense is 11 for Prussian and 12 for Sweden. The Prussians, however, have 1 extra point, I believe, in morale. They have 8, while Sweden has 7. So in overall, the Prussian line infantry is better than the Swedish one. However, we got 3 cannons, and yeah, that's basically our advantage. So let's go ahead and retake this settlement. It's going to be a pretty hard fight, since the enemy actually outnumbers us in infantry, but we do have the cannons, so we'll hope that we can bombard the bastards, and in that way will lead to victory. But without further ado, let's go into this very crucial battle. Gustav Rensköld versus Alexander something Bitten. Anyways, let's go into the attack, shall we? And there we're off! The battle has started. First things first is our artillery is bombarding the enemy artillery, and I can see the Prussian dragoons are moving in. Oh, the enemy is bombarding towards my generals, which I don't like. Ooh, the Prussian cavalry is riding straight into our gunfire. Pretty sure they're going to try to attack in the flank of this unit, or try their best to. They actually, in the battle preceding this one, where they took St. Petersburg, the Prussian cavalry performed very well against our militia units. So I'm not entirely sure why they're throwing the cavalry away in this manner right now. I'm going to form square. No, I'm not actually. I'm gonna pull these guys back and form line towards them in the forest. Right now we're bombarding the enemy cannons, but I don't think that's gonna be that successful. So I want to bombard the enemy infantry. And then I'm actually gonna have to abandon this side and focus completely on this side. This side needs to be cleared for us to stand victorious, and the volleys here seem to be favoring the Prussians to start off with. I also noticed that not only are the Prussians in the sort of point by point system better than us, or better in terms of points, they also outnumber my men. So we have a very hard time ahead of us here. And right now my cannons are getting torn to shreds by Prussian fire. The lines are holding though. We need to break. Come on, move quickly. I need to break this one so I can start turning the flank of the Prussians. Right now I'm lucky that the Prussians are actually focusing in on this regiment rather than focusing in on my cannons. And we'll be able to push fire into the flank of the Prussian unit down there. Right. Charge in. You have the numerical superiority, so you should be able to do this. I wish I had canister. Jesus Christ, how I would blow the Prussians away. This regiment is probably the one that's gonna break first of our men. Come on, break down the enemy cavalry. Jesus Christ, they're cutting us apart. Right. I forgot to go AFK. Strange tidings. Pushing into the flank of this one. Seem to be... You know, we're holding on here. It's going well. Focus in on that one, if you please. And if I could break that one, that would be very, very nice. We're gonna have to probably sacrifice the pikemen. Possibly a general. Ooh, the cavalry is now open to move. And they're gonna move in around into the flank. Possibly... Ah, nice! The Prussians here are breaking apart this regiment, however. I mean, there's nothing left of these guys, almost. We need to get rid of this. They're wavering, they're about to break. Once they break, we can reform the line a bit. And I'm gonna throw in the pikemen, and these two units have to come out of the fence, move forwards, throw themselves upon the enemy. The cavalry is sending the enemy away, which means that I can move up my infantry. Ooh, we're having a break on the enemy. I'll push these guys up. Tell the cavalry to continue their chase straight into these guys. The pikemen have given us a little bit of time on the cannons to focus in right here. The pikemen are about to break. We maybe not want to lose the unit completely, so I'm going to tell them to fall back, and this unit's going to regroup a bit. Cavalry holding on. Come on, guys, we can do this. Cavalry, I want you over there. What are these guys doing? Come on, shoot them down already. We do outnumber them. No, just keep firing into them. We'll break them that way. Cavalry, redraw. We're getting flanked by that unit, so these guys need to fall back behind the wall once more. Focus artillery fire. Oh, it's a bodyguard. Let's drag him in front of our fire. We have a militia regiment. We have and an infantry regiment stationed all the way back there. Not entirely sure what they're doing. Change this line out. Let the cavalry ride down the enemy cannon. Now our cannons will focus in on this regiment, and then the rest of our units will now focus on the enemy that's coming from over there. Fortunately, not a lot of close-up views during this battle, but victory is going to be paramount, and especially that we do a good victory. one thing that I've noticed is that seemingly the mod, for some reason, have removed the stamina. So you don't, the soldiers don't really suffer any problem due to being tired, which I'm not entirely sure why he decided that that was a feature that needs to be removed. The Prussians are pulling back. We have been victorious. I do think I can say that I am victorious at this point. I do not fear that the enemy will go ahead and do a comeback after this. They've got one unit that for some reason has decided that was going to hide behind this wall, so the AI did at least give me a little bit of a handicap there. So let's organize our lines, and since there's no stamina problem, can run to the position and can move this one up as well. There's still another Prussian army though somewhere out there. Kind of feels like it, when I say somewhere out there, feels like I'm like it's the X-Files or something. Right, should I wait for this one? Yeah, it's probably best to make sure that we outnumber them as much as possible. This one is the biggest one, so they'll lead the attack. And what we'll do, since the enemy is positioned in such a strange way, you know what, we're not gonna wait. Since the enemy is positioned in such a strange way, I think it's gonna take quite a bit of time for them to organize themselves to be able to fire. So I'm gonna be bold, and we're gonna run straight up into it. Gonna get the general cavalry and get you running over there as well. So right now the enemy general is moving up to face us, which is, is him and 7 of his bodyguards. So he won't really be able to stand against us. So I'm not entirely sure why he's decided to sit right there. If he doesn't move, I'm gonna shoot him. And you know what? He is gonna just sit there. And the enemy is just gonna continue to sit behind the wall. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you there, and I'm gonna put you there, and I'm gonna put you right there, and then you know what, there. I don't know, I'll have to put you over here somewhere. These guys are these are returning fire. The enemies stand no chance. Victory will fall to us. Bye bye, Prussia. It was good seeing you. Not really. Go back to your homes. And there we have it. Victory. Let's go on back to the campaign map and take a look at the result. And also, I'm fearing that the Russians are moving up more troops from Moscow. And here we have the results of the battle. I was able to take the city, but I lost more than half of my army, leaving only 800 men left in what is Sweden's main army. However, we were able to crush a Prussian army of 2,138 men, so that's good. And the city is once more ours. However, it's a bit unhappy at this point. Mostly because everything's on fire in the town. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to resupply anyone. I guess the cannon is the one I can... One of the cannons that lost like 1 soldier. I can replenish that with the money I have. So we'll recap that. We'll have to send the spy to see what's going on here. But yeah, it's not looking very good for us. I'm thinking that, given that I know you're not that into naval battles, I'll probably actually play this one off camera. You have kind of had enough of naval battles with the battle here. I'll probably edit it so it's quite good. But yeah, we're sort of going back. We've gone 2 steps back. Now we have gone 1 step forward. So we're trying to get back to sort of the place where we started. Hopefully though, once I actually defeat these guys, I will be able to push the attack against Denmark. And once we get replenishment, because you see, I have replenished these guys, so they will get even more replenishment. And once that's done, we'll hopefully be able to push away the Prussians and go into Kurland, and from there possibly threaten the Polish. But then again, we have the Russians, so we don't really know what's going to happen. It's really a tough fight, and yeah, I hope you follow me on this journey as Sweden during the Great Northern War. And as I always say, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!